Yo, what's going on, man? We back with Making the Right Play podcast, episode 14. It's your host, man, Freddie B, man. I got my brothers back in here, G, Clark, DT. Let's clap it up, man. Episode 14, man. We here back another week, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start this off, man. We appreciate the love, appreciate the comments, the shares. Um, we gonna continue kicking up content. We got a lot of things that you guys should be looking forward to, man. So we're just gonna keep working. Again, we just appreciate the fan love, man. G, what you got, man, for you before we get this thing going?
Appreciate the love, the follows, the comments. Thanks for being on this journey with us, and continue to follow us. Show us love and support. Appreciate.
For sure. DT, what's up, brother?
Hey, same. Just like they said, we just want to thank you guys for coming along on this journey. Like Fred said before, our TikTok numbers are going through the roof. We ask that you guys please continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just continue to be great people.
For sure. Okay, guys, listen. We're going to go ahead and get right into this, man. We should have talked about this last week, man, but the Cincinnati Brawl Jazz Fest weekend, we saw the video go viral. It went around across the whole nation, guys. So we're going to start with DT, man, since this is DT Hood, man. Let us know what you think, what your perspective of that weekend was, and basically, what do you think? What do you think is the next steps here for us here in Cincy?
Hey, first, I want to say to the people that's listening that's not from Cincinnati, this incident does not have anything to do with the Jazz Festival. This don't reflect anything that happens at the Jazz Festival. But the brawl is simple as this. Keep your hands to yourself. It started as a guy drunk, alcohol getting the best of him. He's kicking cars. He's yelling out N-words to people, just being something that he probably ain't normally. So not only did he do that, he smacked the man. The man defended himself. It led into a fight, not a brawl, and it's not a hate crime when people just start fighting each other. You smack somebody. The guy that initially got smacked is not the guy that threw the first punch. His boy threw the punch. Like, you just smacked him. Bam, I'll come over and punch you. And that set it all off. So let's just be honest here. You hit me. I didn't even hit you back first. Somebody else got you. And here it is that y'all saying this is a hate crime. Y'all saying that we whispered things to each other. This was premeditated. Let's stop with all that. This is honestly, it's political. That's what people is not saying. It's all political. You got J.D. Vance, Bernie Moreno. Like J.D. Vance, he act like he didn't even know this happened. And like Yvette Simpson, she was a councilwoman here and worked out in D.C. She told J.D. Vance, "Stop it, clown. You knew exactly what was going on with this situation. You knew it just like everybody else." But my thing is to Cincinnati police. Y'all put all these efforts into apprehending 6 people when here it is, we got kids, 11-year-old kid shot and killed, 4 more kids injured in a drive-by shooting, and we don't see nothing about this. We don't see you guys say we out here looking for killers. We doing this. We inserting this special crime unit. And the crazy thing about it, it only happens when something happens to them. Y'all start saying the downtown is not safe. We're going to make police more visible in the urban core. They're going to be out here. They're going to do beat patrol. They're going to walk. They're going to ride bikes. They're going to bring the segways out. Everything that y'all used to do, it took a 10-minute scuffle for y'all to bring all these things back to fight crime. Stop it. It's got to stop. I want everybody in Cincinnati to stop. Remove the hate from your heart. Because on this social media, on those local 12, 5, 9, those platforms on social media, it's showing the hate. And I'm not just saying from white people, I'm saying from black people as well. And the message is ignorant, but it's planted to the man up in DC's hands. We dividing with each other. Black people feeling this way, they hating whites. I seen one guy said, I ain't never ate chili in my I ain't never ate crackers in my chili. Like, it's just like super stuff like that. We got to get away from that. Like, the hate has to be removed. But as far as anybody being charged, if anybody should be charged, the white guy that owns that company up in Mason, a construction company that's initially smacked that man, he's the guy that need to be in jail. He needs to be behind bars. He needs to be held accountable for his actions. If you're charging everybody else with felonious assault, charge him with the same thing. That's it.
Thank you, DT. Appreciate you, G. What's up, bro? What you thinking?
I mean, keep your hands to yourself. I mean, you had a little liquor. You with your girl. Sometimes you got to be smart. I ain't never been drunk before, but that was a dumb decision. You got to look at your surroundings. You got 14, 15 people there. I ain't saying you a sucker. I'm saying you smart. You cop deuces and say, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm getting up out of here. See, why that's not being said, but you tell us we should be cool with getting smacked in the face and turning the other cheek. Everybody ain't on that Martin Luther King situation. We more Malcolm. You know, we more on the defense mode. So at these moments when you smack that man, now what's coming? Can you take it? Hard. And that's just how it is. And for these people to be on the news and stuff, making it seem like Derek said, it's a hate crime. It's not. It was a fight that took place, and y'all ended up on the wrong end of it. Now it's blew up, and it's saying it was racism and all this and that. Well, if he's running around calling people niggas and kicking their cars, what is that? What is he being charged on? Why he ain't in jail? That's all I'm saying, you know? And these are not the old days. You know, people ain't walking in the street getting off the sidewalk. You know? Throughout the history, man. Come on, man. There's books on stuff that we done took. We ain't live in those times. But we still get reminded of them through certain venues, through certain states and cities and stuff like that, man. And it's just sad that, like Derek said, I done seen comments, stuff being said, you know, and that's why downtown need to get gentrified because of stuff like this. And we glad that, you know, certain projects was tore down. That wasn't even near there. That was in the city, downtown city. So I ain't gonna sit up here and say I feel bad or nothing like that. You know, I feel bad that those phones was out and people's names was being said. That's the sad part. But a person defending himself and got his people there, I think the dude drunk got to make a better decision because your outcome wasn't what you thought. And they said, you know, blacks don't be uniting. When it comes to certain situations, you gonna feel a wrath, and he felt that wrath, and you know now they want pity, but it is what it is. I'm done talking about it. You go ahead, Fred.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. I just think in life as a black man, you know, driving, playing sports, going to Catholic school, I learned early that shit just never was fair, right? We always kind of had to make, you know, to make compromises on our end, which even to us, where it took away something from us. It took a little bit of dignity, took a little, you know, you kind of felt bad about yourself because you know you was right and you still had to move a certain way to not maybe be in the cuffs, maybe not end up doing that, you know, 2020, you know, to the 40. I'm gonna say this. People, when everybody has a reaction, right? I think G talked about it. It's kind of like the art of war. You can't smack me and then be mad I'll shoot you. Simple. You can't smack me and be mad I shoot you. This is how I handle my business. You disrespect me, I'm gonna put my hands on you as well. Period. Especially if you put your hands on me. There's other ways, of course, to handle things, but this was just caught on camera. How many fights, right? How many people die every day that is not on camera, right? That we should be discussing. Derek, 14-year-old, 12-year-old. I mean, that week was so crazy with the news. You know, I pray over my kids all the time, but specifically at that time, even I don't have no kids that age, but we know kids that are that age, right? We know kids, we're dealing with kids that is in high school that can end up changing their trajectory if they get up in these streets, man. There's so many more bigger issues that we should be handling. But again, we're trying to cause division. That is what JD Vance is trying to do. This is what Donald Trump is trying to do. That's just what it is. Let's not even talk about the new NIL thing he just signed about not being able to recruit in neighborhoods that are underfunded. Specifically, he's talking about minorities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, y'all. Like, listen, it's on the wall. You can act like you don't see it, or you can see it. Brave people speak up. Some people just know it is what it is. It's okay for us to say it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's okay for us to do that. It's okay. You can take whatever you want to. You can't take my dignity. You can't take my pride, man. You can't take the love I got for my people, man. Period. So at the end of the day, laws and all these shit rules are meant to be broken, man. Regulations are meant to be broken, man. Something better could come out of this, man. And I just hope that Cincinnati, we band together and understand that, listen, they're using us. We're a puppet. We're a puppet. They're going to, and I hate that they're going to utilize the people that end up doing this fight. People going to do some real jail time behind this shit because it didn't win national, man. So, shout out to Goonie. Shout out to all them guys that was down there, the ladies, I wish this didn't happen. But we're gonna have to deal with it head on, and hopefully we have a good solution at the end of the day that people can learn from, and also people can continue to keep to be able to live their life and have their life and have their freedom. Hopefully, and that's what I'm prayerful for. So, man, well, listen, we're gonna go ahead and switch from the Jazz Fest weekend, man. We're gonna get into this, man. Man, our guy Shannon Sharpe, man, fired by ESPN. Now, this is we talked about Shannon a little bit after he settled. We talked about him, the beginning of the lawsuit. We talked about him settling his lawsuit. And he also was fired by ESPN. Now, I'm going to say this first, and I'm going to let G cook. He asked ESPN not to drop this shit so before his brother got in the Hall of Fame, inducted to the Hall of Fame. Y'all couldn't get this man that benefit of a doubt, that consideration to not drop this before he do. And what I'm saying is this: Stephen A., you beg for this man to get on ESPN with you, damn near. You beg for him to get on here. He is such a man. Listen, G, go ahead, man. I ain't got nothing. Go ahead, bro. What you think about this situation, man?
I mean, corporate people doing corporate things. ESPN is ran by Disney. We got to look at that. So what it is that Shannon catching that case gave him a black eye. So it's like they don't care about Sterling Sharpe. They hire Shannon Sharpe. You want us to hold something back because of an event that's taking place with your brother. So you made us hiring you through Stephen A. Smith was the best, quote unquote, free agent football person ever. You went and caught a case being sued from a girl that can be your granddaughter, daughter, either way you want to look at it. ESPN don't owe Shannon Sharpe no days. You cooked. You're done. We can do what we want. We're the most powerful sport thing. So I don't feel bad for ESPN saying wait until my brother get his gold jacket. Nah. We gonna announce it. And by you saying that now, I know we're going to do it on that day. See, you got caught up in asking for forgiveness. But you not being smart when Cat Williams and Monique was on your show telling you to leave them young girls alone. It was a lad, a shot of Henny. The poor day. His grandmother. So, I figured this was going to happen. Your actions, you got to be responsible for, and this is what it led to. Uncle Shay, Club Shay took a hit through endorsements off this. Hopefully he bounced back. I still watch Club Shay, him and Chad. I still, support him, but your actions is your actions, and we all got to, face it when we wrong, and it can lead to firing. It can lead to you getting sued, losing a lot of money. I just hope you learn from it moving forward. Yes, can you bounce back from this? I think you can. But, it's going to be tough, but, you got to do what you got to do.
For sure, G. Nah, for sure, man. What you think at DT about this Shannon Sharpe situation, man?
Man, first of all, ESPN can go to hell. You got every right, and you don't owe me anything, but you can withhold this information until I only asked you till Monday.
You fired.
Listen, I know you fired. You know how many people get fired and they don't disclose stuff right away?
So what I'm gonna hold something for you for? What favor of me do? It's business.
This is business, but all that I've done for your company, all that I brought to ESPN, the knowledge, the expertise that I brought to you guys.
Ryan Clark there.
I don't care about Ryan Clark. This is about Shannon Sharpe.
They don't care about you.
They don't. That's what people got to understand. It's the power that they have. They just utilize what they have. They have power. The thing is, you want to overshadow another black man's moment going into history about me. Don't make this about me. I'm irrelevant on this weekend, but you want to make me relevant. This case had already been settled. We knew it was going to be. It was already settled. So why do y'all want to do it right now when my brother finna go into the Hall of Fame? Miss me with that, man. This is all the stuff is politically motivated, man. It's horrible. ESPN, that's garbage, man. That's straight trash. The way they operated as a company, you still got to have some type of values. And as an employee of ESPN, where's the just like I gave you years? I'm asking you to give me 2 days. Just 2 days is what I'm asking for you. To let me go ahead and let my brother get in the Hall of Fame. I don't give a fuck if you drop it Monday. And here it is, Shannon Sharpe fired from ESPN. Because it's still going to be talked about. It's all we talking about it today.
Yes.
It's going to be relevant.
It ain't no Sharps. It's only one Sharpe that work for ESPN. They feel like you gave us a black eye. Off your actions. No, I'm talking about the corporate. See, it's Disney.
He ain't the first person that worked for ESPN and made a mistake.
It ain't a mistake. It's a thing that he got caught. Listen to me, Derek. It's things that led up to it. Remember the little video when he was supposed to be having intercourse?
Okay. Yeah.
He got suspended for a week. Fred, am I lying?
He's grown.
No,
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying the same people who used to run ESPN don't run it. This is Disney. Disney is looking like, okay, now you making us look wrong. We already suspended you for a week because you had a leaked video, and now this.
Okay.
They're not about to give you no. Come on, Derek. This is America.
Let me say this, black man of America. Stop going after these white girls. Pin yourself out there. You come from nothing. I guarantee you, if you didn't have nothing, that white girl wouldn't fuck with you. Leave them bitches alone. Flat out. That's it. Bottom line. Leave the hoes alone.
No, I think we all agree with that. I mean, I think that's I don't mind that perspective. I think the biggest thing Shannon got to realize too is that when you work for other people, there is rules, right? You know what I'm saying? These are different things. ESPN showed the power, like you said, G. I don't give a fuck that Sterling Sharpe is going into the Hall of Fame. That's cool. What I'm saying is that you settled this lawsuit instead of figuring it out all the way through because you knew, you know what I mean? And you settled it for a pretty penny. You know, she was suing you for $50 million. I mean, it's another lawsuit coming in from a sister that said you defamed her and Chad. I mean, you and Chad that you defamation lawsuit actually because she was taking them cherries for Usher. Now, I ain't speaking on it. I saw the video though, man.
Me too.
Ma'am, I saw the video. So we ain't trying to be in any of that. What I'm saying is that we saw it as man. How I saw that video, I don't see anything that Shannon Sharpe and Chad and anybody else said wrong. Honestly, let me be honest with you, baby girl. The whole internet talked about that video. So if you're going to do a lawsuit, you might want to try to sue the Instagram, the platform, or Facebook, the platform. You just think you're going to be able to get a penny from Shannon Sharpe just because of what he's been through now. You got to realize Shannon Sharpe learned from this. So his lawyer like this, you're not going to get nothing, but you kind of wasting your time here. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Second of all, Shannon Sharpe realized now he has to be careful. He has a lot to lose. He paid that girl more than he made in the NFL. $28 million. The same day he paid her, she put out an OnlyFans. We read it on here that she was done. She retired from OnlyFans. She's got some other things she's working on. You have took care of her life, a woman that wasn't even into you. I'm telling you right now, the man that she get with is going to be a Caucasian man. She even gives me that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about 50,000 a butt cheek, dog. All these wagons that I see every motherfucking day I'm married. All these wagons, I'm saying it. Come on, dog.
Sad. That's why ESPN don't care about his brother gold jacket. Give him a day. Give you a day. What you mean?
But this also let us know that we got to build our own. Your nightcap is your shit. That's why you stay away from this shit. You don't even need to go on take on first take. For what? You didn't really, man. We stopped watching that shit, Stephen A. Let's be honest. We don't watch that shit, bro. After you sit up there, my balls, my balls, my balls, my balls. You was a corny ass nigga. We ain't even gonna get on you, man. We ain't even gonna talk about you. It ain't even the same no more. Because I
He a
remember,
company guy.
yeah, exactly. He a company guy. He is. And I would love to get Jalen Rose on the show because I'm pretty sure he could contest it. We right on point. But a lot of shit ain't came out to save people's face. I hate Jason Whitlock, but Whitlock done spoke about this shit as well, and I can't stand that fat motherfucker. You know what I mean? And let me quit.
I hate him too.
Yeah, I think we out. You
He,
know what I mean?
he remind me of somebody.
We remind
It's
you.
a real lot.
Because people,
I ain't saying no names, but go ahead, Fred. Fred, go ahead. Go ahead, Fred. Go ahead, Fred. Go ahead, Fred. Go ahead. He remind me of somebody, but go ahead, Fred.
no, because people say I look like Jason Whitlock. That drives me fucking crazy, man. People always say that, and I fucking hate it.
Hey, listen. Hey, hold on. Hey, just knock me out. But listen, man, I'm gonna end this right here, man. Listen, Shannon Sharpe, brother. I hope you learn from this. I'm still a Shannon Sharpe fan, an '84 fan. You've been good at what you do. You are great at what you do. Grandma did a great job with raising y'all. Grandpa did too. But you and Sterling, man, listen, I love the relationship. I love the connection. And Shannon, you're gonna be able to bounce back from this, bro. Just continue to invest in Nightcap. Continue to do your own thing. That way, you make your own rules and you go ahead and tackle the game because I believe in God gives his biggest battles to his best soldiers, man. And you one of them, brother. Just lead by example, man. You got daughters, you got black princesses behind. You know what I mean? Like you got to lead by example. You got to do right, man. And you realize that the money don't do shit, but bring more problems. So let's make some better decisions in the long run, okay? And we hope you bounce back. Listen, y'all. You said shout out who?
Mace. The more money we come around, the more problems we see.
For sure. That's a fact right there. Listen, man, I'm gonna let G start off with this one here, man. Gilbert Arenas arrest, his situation, man. I read into it, and Gilbert listen, man, he is a character, man. I mean, he had me weak coming out like Rocky off the steps, man. You know what I mean? So, G, man, can you let us know what you think, what happened, and why he got arrested?
I just heard he was gambling at his place, and they got raided. My thing is this. It goes back to one of the episodes. I think it was 11, 12, 10. Who told? This be the problem. Who told? How they know to come to my house? That's where I go with. Like, Gilbert, out of 24 hours a day, Gilbert at least going live 18 hours within his show and him being in his house. That's his thing. And this been going on. They filmed him playing video games, betting on video games, playing a PS5 and all that, back in his yard shooting jumpers. But all of a sudden, poker games, somebody told. That's what bothers me. He had the money to bail out, his wife and everything, and he's making jokes about, if they say the right thing, oh, I'm going to snitch. Because he was snitched on. So I ain't got a lot to say about this. I'm more shocked than anything and I hate to say this, but I got to say it. Ain't this funny? LeBron James supporters in some stuff. The Shannon Sharpe, Gilbert Arenas. No, it's a coincidence. I'm gonna leave it at that. Go ahead, Derek.
Lord Jesus Christ, take the wheel. Hey, listen. This Gilbert Arenas situation. First of all, I don't even think Gil was gambling. They was using Gil's house as the gambling house. Something like Duke's here in Cincinnati. They was using Gil's house to play poker. So basically, they trying to get Gil for promoting illegal gambling. Like, stop it. Like you said, they was playing on a video game. It wasn't a problem. You shooting basketball outside, it's not a problem. It's like, stop it. But who told? Somebody in there was working for the FBI. They was an informant. It ain't no who it is. You won't know that till it came down to the situation. But like Gil, like Fred said, he came down the steps like Rocky. Oh, they can't hold me. Like, yeah, I'm out of there in this flip flops. Yeah, your bond was $50,000. Like, stop. You $1 million guy. You make $800,000 a month off your podcast.
Yeah.
The bond we got to hear people in Cincinnati, misdemeanor assault, $150,000. Like, stop.
Crazy.
But Gilbert Arenas, I think, I don't think he's gonna tell nobody, because just knowing Gilbert, knowing to play with guns, he's so-called a tough guy, whatever like that, pretend to be one anyway. So I think he's gonna stay solid. But whoever the situation is, it's promoting illegal gambling. It ain't like it's gonna be a major jail time. I mean, you get probation for that and just move on, just close the chapter, like let it go. It's unfortunate, and this gambling thing is I don't know, because it's all these gambling apps coming up, all these athletes and stuff are getting caught gambling now. It's like, this is where we come from. You got to look at it. When you coming from most of these guys coming from the city, urban core areas, you know to shoot dice. You know to play Sulo. You know to gamble for basketball. Ask Greg. He can tell you that. This is just a normal thing that they do. This is what happened when you grow up in the city. You and Tay Clark and cooked a bunch of people, Greg. This is just part of the game. We do this in competitive.
Shout out Tay.
We're not doing this for gains. Of course, it's to make a little money, but it ain't like we making life-changing money out here. Me cooking Greg 101. I'm not getting paid nothing from that. This is what I'm supposed to do. But why take the police? Why bring the police involved? And this got to stop on Sundays when Greg started talking to my grandma. She tired of hearing from you, Greg. Go ahead, Fred.
Hey, RP Granny, man. We miss you, Greg. We wish we could have met you, no lie. But listen, this is what I'm gonna say about Gilbert, man. In the situation that I know of. Now, I do remember him coming down the steps and him also saying that all he did was rent the house that they gambled out of.
Yeah.
So DT, I agree with you totally. That's where we come from. Betting on tunk, betting on dice. I mean, you know what I mean? Any way we can make some money, that's what we did, right? You know what I'm saying? I think we all grew up in areas that we saw that all the time. You know what I mean? So that was things that we used to doing. Like you said, somebody told, right? I mean,
crazy.
And it's a damn shame because what happens is that this certain amount of money, it's a certain amount of money, right? You can't get into this game without a certain amount of money. They betting, you know what I mean? We talking about probably $20,000 to $50,000. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Poker games, 100,000.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like 100,000. It could be maybe $1 million. You know what I mean? I don't know. $500,000, but we know it's big. Let's just say this: it's big stake poker games, right? That's being done. And what happens is that when the casinos can't have a part of it, when other people can't have a part of it, where they got, with these ends is coming in, that's when the problem comes in. Because as you saw, DT, you brought up sports gambling, right? And books. There was a time 2 months ago, and maybe I'm wrong or not, but somebody on Instagram put out a bet, right? It was a home run ticket, and it was like 6 home runs, right? And the ticket hit. And what happened?
I saw that.
You saw that. So what happened was 90 people end up hitting for like 100,000. So FanDuel go back, they do an update regulation where they saying if there's a ticket that goes out where you getting picks from somewhere, they can basically void your bet out, right? You know what I mean? Which don't make sense to me because DT, I cannot look at your ticket and put the same ticket you put in.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I cannot look at G's and put the same ticket in because I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I can pick what I want to pick. And so this is what's going on is that we're dealing with a money. You're in America. Everybody want a piece of the pie. They gave us a weekend of tax-free. A weekend, not a week.
No, it's 2 weeks.
Oh, is it 2 weeks?
It's all the way up until the 14th of August.
Oh, okay, because I thought it was a weekend.
Yes,
I thought it was a weekend. So I'm glad. Thank you for taking that back. Okay, they gave me 2 weeks out of 365 days tax-free. You know what I mean? Like we're living in we live in a greedy place where we got people that, but somebody did tell. And it's a damn shame. And I don't know if it's Gilbert karma, but I look at his son. Torn meniscus now. Just was in a wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in karma. I believe in karma, and I'm not saying that baby boy is doing anything wrong. What I'm saying is just a lot of things going on. around in the Gilbert household. That's all I'm saying. Just pointing to. Go ahead, DT.
But so and Greg made a reference to number 23, LeBron James, right? And what they getting Gil for, he was saying like, or the house, it was so-called legal poker games, right? But it was another guy went on film talking about another 23 where said him and Michael Jordan was down $1 million playing spades.
Yeah.
What's the problem there? You mentioned LeBron, but why not mention Jordan when we talking about gambling here in this situation where he was involved in this situation, Greg?
Now that lets you know who's the real 23. It's a Audi's 23 and it's a Kroger's 23. I know, Fred. I know. But it's 2 different 23s. So it's different. Jordan saved lives too off gamble too. I'm just saying it's too different.
LeBron had nothing to do with the gambling, but you
No, I say LeBron friends. People supporting. Shannon Sharpe, Goat James, Gilbert Arenas. I'm just looking at and now they ain't, I'm like, dang. Nah, it wasn't a shot, it's just like they're supporting.
You wonder who's next, huh?
Nah, I don't want nobody to go down. No, sir.
And not to get off subject, but we're gonna stay on. What's up with the picture in front of the Clippers locker room?
LeBron James. I think LeBron James, he's just a troll, man. At this point, he can just do what he want to do, and I think he giving the people some entertainment. I guess he's an entertainer.
I agree with that, DT. I agree with that.
Out of LA, he want to be Hollywood. Hey, that's what he's doing. You got guys, that's how they act. Some people just want to just be relevant all the time, and it is what it is. You can't take that away from the guy. That's just what he do, just like some other people that like to spray on Braun spraying the camera.
Hey, look, I know I was getting off a little something. We were talking about LeBron, so I just wanted to just get that in a little bit,
Okay, over there.
And then not Luka signed an extension. Whole team show up.
Yeah.
You and Bronny don't show up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move. Hey, here, guys. The Bengals training camp update. DT, let us know what's going on down there, man. What's up with the Bengals camp, man? I got a great feeling, man. You're going to give me some good news here, man. G, we're going to let you cook next. What's up, DT?
Hey, man, first of all, I'm proud to say we got the deals done with Stewart. He's in camp, Yesterday, in that little scrimmage that we had practice inside the stadium, we looked real explosive. But I feel overall, our thing that everybody is knocking us on is our defense. I think our defense is going to be slept on. I think our defense is going to play fast and aggressive. We're not going to be that laid-back, conservative, two-high safeties all the time. I think Al Golden going to let those young guys roam free, going to let them play turnovers, get some disruptions with the turnover. Also, with the Noah Fant signing, we signed him. I seen them in practice. Joey B hit him on a seam route. He caught that thing and looked real, real good. So I'm excited as a fan, but I'm real. I feel like for the Bengals this year right here, it's Super Bowl or bust. If we don't make a big move, a major play, a deep run, it's time to blow the team up. I want to get rid of Trey. I'm going to trade T. Higgins. I got to go ahead and blow this thing up. Let Zach go because we got too much money invested in those guys. I'm letting T. Higgins go because that's going to trade, and Higgins going to free up a lot of money. We got Yosevich. We got Burton. We got guys. We got receivers that can step in and play. Like, it's blow the team up. If we don't make a deep run here, it's time to blow it up. But training camp, the defense was looking a little shaky. DJ Turner, my little cousin, was getting toast, but he came back the other day and had 5 breakups against all of the 5 top receivers. I mean, Chase, T, Yoshi, Burton, and I think Gesicki. He had a breakup against all those guys, great in coverage. So I'm anxious to see what those guys are going to be able to do, especially the young guys. They get the opportunity. And as a young guy, when you get your time to shine, you only get one shot. And like G said, you got to come through like Jordan fourth quarter of 92.
Hey, G, what you thinking? That was a good one. What you thinking, G?
Nah, I like what I'm saying. It's funny. Before we started here, I'm looking at footage now. Coach Golden was talking about the defense and Shamar Stewart, how he looked explosive, but he's coming on the sideline winded. And he told him, he was like, I got to get in shape. and he was speaking on how getting his legs up under him, and he said, imagine when his legs up under him, how explosive, because they said he's more powerful and fast. He's got a good combination of that, and they want to work on a few little more techniques. And he was saying that the defense, like Derek said, they are fast. Everybody is getting to the ball, and they enthused and they talking more on defense. And the guy Knight, they said he looked like a veteran, like he really studying the playbook. He's calling out Joe checkdowns. They've been showing highlights of him on Chase Brown breaking up passes. He gave a one across the middle to Jamar. He told him I was just right there. He's reading Joe. Yeah, and shout out to Battle. I've been seeing Battle, man, talking smack to Uno, and he said that a lot of them plays they get beat deep on, he ain't going for that no more. And Gesicki talking smack with Battle. He's matched up with him, so the defense getting a little swag and confidence. What Derek said is what we need. I don't need them to be top 5. If the Bengals be 12 to 15 range, I'll be straight with that. I just want them to win on third down. And for as the offense, that's gonna be the offense. I don't got no problem with that. It's the defense and the D tackles. He was saying with what's his name? Jenkins and Slayton. He liked that combination. Because more Jenkins want to rush the quarterback. Slayton want to be a run stopper. That's what they had in Reader. BJ Hill is more of a rusher, but then you got McKinley Jackson, which I forgot about. Came from Mississippi State. They said he's moving bodies. And other little thing is Fig Newton. I heard Newton been making noise, but I just looked at the depth chart. That's how I be. They gonna have Dax Hill playing Hilton spot. He gonna be the nickel, that blitzer, stuff like that. And they gonna have Derek Cousin, who don't claim me, I think he gonna be on the right side. I hope he get it together, Turner. But I like what I'm seeing. I like to pick up with Fant. I don't mind another defensive guy. It could be a safety, or I don't mind a guard. But so far, so good. Stewart, looking good. I can't wait, y'all. I just can't wait. Good for it.
Game this weekend too. This upcoming weekend, our first preseason.
Thursday. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. What I saw, and I think we talked about it, was I'm excited for the season. I'm excited because our defense has something to prove, and it's no reason not to go out here and give effort. You know what I mean? That's what I tell little Fred. I say, listen, all I'm looking for is effort. Until that whistle blow, I need you doing something. You know what I mean? There's things to do on this field. So Newton saying, hey, I went to Joe. Can you come watch film with me? I need you. I need your perspective. I need to be able to see what I can do so I can get out here.
Yeah.
Listen, Demetrius Knight.
Take your bread.
Barrett Carter. Logan Wilson,
yeah.
I gotta get right. I've been lifting. Now Logan looked great, because he been hurt. Yeah. He looked great, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, hey, these kids really can play. And like G said, man, I think we got them guys specifically for Lamar, but specifically for our division. I think we gonna. I honestly, man, with DJ Turner, with Dax Hill coming back, we really don't have nothing to lose. We healthy now. You know what I mean? You got your Taylor Britt. We have nothing to lose. We are literally the 30th or 31st defense in the NFL. God damn it. All we got to do is get a few turnovers, stop people on third and fours, third and five. I promise you, because the offense, listen, we got the best offense in the NFL. Listen, I checked FanDuel today. Joe Burrow is literally on for 4,000 yards, for 30 touchdowns. He is favored minus 300 at the least. You got to put big money on Joe for you to even make some money. Everybody else is plus money, other than, even Patrick Mahomes. You get what I'm saying? With Joe Burrow is at the top of every category. And then look at our running game. We got to remember when Chase Brown came in, what was that? Week 3, 4? Because Zach Moss was getting pretty much most of the snaps, right? Was that
Yeah,
week
I
3,
think
week 4?
three is when he took
Okay.
the him.
Now guess what? Chase Brown and Brooks and that backfield kid from Texas Tech. I'm telling you,
P-Ron.
P Ryan back. Our lucky charm, P Ryan is that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying. Listen, I'm so excited, man. Noah Fant added Noah Fant, man. G, I know you sent us the guy from Minnesota. People are wanting to come play for us. I've never seen this in my life where people like, man, I want to come play in Cincinnati.
Yeah, but
there we go.
The guy from Minnesota, he's been hurt. That's why he ain't got a job. He red flag for injuries.
Right.
Go
ahead, G. Go ahead, G.
The guy we picked up from the Saints, he hurt now. He was a backup. Dude was a starter.
Yeah, what did we pay for him though? That's the thing.
About $2 million.
And what you think Dalton Risser gonna want?
About $2 million.
Yeah, because Dalton
2.5. 2.5.
But who has the leverage here, DT? We got the leverage. If we bring him in, we got the leverage. He wants to play ball, right? He wants to prove to himself. But listen, I think that we got the best group of players because a lot of these guys love Cincinnati. I watched the interview with Ted as a character. Man, listen. How could you not like him, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just literally watching the interview. Like, I love Cincinnati. Like, you can go to any type of pub, any type of, any time of the week. Like, people are embracing our culture, man. We are we are the Bengals, man. So it's just a beautiful thing to see, man, because we've been through so much struggle, bro. Before we went, remember the clip that was going around before we beat the Raiders when we went to the playoffs? They said it was 30 years, DT. How many years was it?
It was 30. I was crying in the stadium when we got
Come on, man. DT, you crying.
You was crying?
He was crying.
Listen, I waited all my life for this. I had won nothing in my life as a Bengal fan. There was a bunch of grown men in that stadium crying tears.
We ain't asked them. We asked you. Everybody named Derek. I know you. I don't know them.
Yes, sir.
I ain't know you was crying. I ain't know you was crying. I ain't know. My bad. I ain't know.
When knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe's, the American heroes.
Yeah, you had the underwear too.
Yeah, the underwear.
Yeah, the underwear.
Hey, listen. So listen, Bengals. We so glad Stewart got out the way. Trey Hendrickson, baby boy, keep playing, man. Whatever's gonna happen from that. If you turn into Michael Parsons, we wouldn't be mad. Bengals, we wouldn't be mad at that either. You know what I mean? I think it's fair. I think that you want to get paid. You don't mind. You're already in the contract, saying Micah. But anyway, it go. That's hearsay. Hearsay. But listen, guys. Continue to work hard, man. We do got your back. We love the Bengals, man, regardless, man, good or bad. We do get frustrated with y'all, but I just think it's a special. Hold on. Let's say this before we get off of this. G, what did you say before? You said what was the schedule? Hold on. You said something crazy earlier. What did you say?
Oh, the last time we went to the Super Bowl, it was this schedule. So I know what's about to happen. I wonder if they know. Listen. I know what's about to happen. I don't give a damn about Baltimore. I don't give a damn about Pittsburgh. Browns, y'all little homies. But I'm telling you, y'all better go ahead and get that shit out the way now, cause okay. All right.
Keep coming. Nah, G, we gonna go ahead and leave it at that, man. I appreciate that. Now, guys, we're gonna bring up our guy Deion Sanders, man. Last week we got some news of him actually having bladder cancer, getting the surgery, defeating bladder cancer, coming back to coaching, man. What do you guys got to say about Prime here? G, we gonna start with you, man. What do you guys got to say about Prime here? And what do you think he's going? What do you think the year is going to be at Colorado for him this year?
First of all, I want to say I'm glad Prime is healthy, back with his family. It's tough, man, because I ain't gonna lie. I was the first one to say, Dad, this is he was using a excuse because his son wasn't there. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I shouldn't have said that, but I said
Real
it.
Nigga.
And come to find out it was something serious. When it come to cancer, I hate that word, but I'm glad he's okay. And I think it's going to be tough because Deion dealing with a lot of emotions and stuff, and him not having his boys there for that support. His daughter still go to Colorado, but having his boys there now is more FaceTime, calls and stuff instead of them having that love. But his oldest son do the camera. He still at Colorado. But I just think it's going to be tough, but I think everything's going to work out for him. He had a lot of health problems, with his toes being cut off, down this, a coach been showing strength through it all. He believed in God, Jesus Christ. I don't hear the man curse or nothing. So I'm glad that he's doing good. I wish him nothing but the best with his health. Second, his team, and I'm glad to see, that he's doing good and he's on the up and up.
For sure, G, man. We appreciate that, man. DT, what you thinking, brother? About Deion?
Man, like G said, he a man of God. I feel Deion is just walking in his purpose, man, and he's going to continue to get better because his purpose is to change these young men's lives. Be somebody that's relatable to him, somebody that can come here and give them information on how to not only just be a football player, but be a successful young man after football. So I think, with him overcoming that cancer, for, beating that's a major step. And that just gives him more reason just to continue to thank the Lord, man, and continue to live in his purpose, pouring to these young men that need him. But Deion, like, he a resilient guy. He always had his back against the wall in whatever situations he went through. He overcame adversity. But as far as the team, I think Colorado ranked like 25th. They ranked at the bottom of the top 25. And, playing over in the Big 12, the Big 12 really ain't a tough conference. So I can see Deion moving up in the ranks, probably finishing the season anywhere between 13 and 17, making a bowl game and, just doing what he do.
Nah, for sure, guys. Look, appreciate both of you guys speaking on that. I think I agree with both of your perspective. I think he can still do some damage. I think the quarterback from Liberty that he got in, I think he's gonna be able to do some damage because he's a fourth year, fifth year kid. Usually when you get those type of kids, right? I look at like Will Howard last year, right? Will Howard did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, he was an athlete, but you also had them guys. Colorado has a great wide receiver core as well. It's not Ohio State,
No.
but they do have a great receiver core. Listen, Prime, man, listen, brother, I ain't gonna lie to you. The type of dad that you are, bro, what you've been able to produce with your kids, man. I mean, bro, it's such a beautiful thing, man. It's encouraging, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to pour love into your kids, man. Your kids, Silo and Shador say, "Hey, Dad, don't come see me right now. I ain't where I need to be." They hold themselves accountable as well too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not just gonna perp to you because Deion ain't a perper. If you ain't good at this, he gonna tell you. He told Shiloh plenty of times, right? But Shiloh down there in Tampa Bay, he said, "Listen, I get physical. Shiloh gonna play ball this year. Shiloh gonna actually be on that field this year. You know what I mean? He's you know what I mean? So he's been able to not only have they been able to get his IQ right because Deion been feeding into them for a long time, but he's also been able to give him the love and the support. And just to be honest, Deion took care of his job, so it made it easier for him to take care of his kids as well. Put them in the right situations, the right areas. He started coaching at the right time. He said, "Fuck it, my son was going to Remember, let's be honest. Hold on, let's talk about it. Shiloh was at South Carolina. Shador was going to a small mid-major D1 in Florida. Remember, before he went to Jackson State.
Yeah.
When he pulled Travis Hunter to Jackson State, that's when ESPN said, "Hold on, you got the number one player in the country." Not only was Travis, we see a lot of players that's number one in the country don't pan out like Travis, right? We always see that. You know what I mean? It's a few of them that's number one. Ben Churro, Pablo, he was number one. He liked that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's a few of them, right? You know what I mean? But they're pan out to be them type of guys. And Travis Hunter was that guy, clearly. He won. He got a Heisman Trophy winner out of there. He turned the school that won one game into a school that could have possibly been in the college playoffs, the respectable school. You know what I mean? In Colorado. Hey, Deion, do I wish you could have came to UC because that we was one of your options? I wish we could have afforded you because you talk about Colorado. Dog, the city would have sold the hell out. You hear me? Chad Johnson on that staff. He wasn't ready for that. He wasn't trying to take less, and that's fine. But let's get to the real part.
Go.
Deion, you got Carucci. Deion, you got Carucci.
This guy gotta stop.
And he got to the close to the camera.
Deion, you got Carucci. You a bad boy.
Hey,
You a
look at
bad
this
boy, man.
guy.
Hey, Deion, listen. You prime time. You are him. You him.
Must
That's
be
all.
the money. You heard what Antonio Brown said?
Oh Lord, G, what he
No,
said? Go ahead. Go ahead,
he
say it. Go ahead, say
ain't got
it.
no bladder and he got 3 toes.
That's heartless, man.
And you a hater. You a
He
hater. You the
said,
biggest
Caruso,
hate.
you want to be with a dude that got no bladder and three toes.
That's
They try,
heartless, man.
first comment said they saw my Chris Brown sent that to him, paid him to post it. Listen, what I'm gonna say is, man, listen, thank God, Deion, that you still here with us. Thank God that you are better. Thank God that they found out what's going on, because you are an example and a representation of a black man that's able to take care of business and be able to pass it on and care about us as well. You're doing it for other families. I look at Horn down there in Carolina, the confidence he got. They said he gonna end up being, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be a weapon, a starting weapon at the slot. So I'm just saying the lives that you impacted. You know what I mean? We just appreciate you, Prime, for being that example on that type of level, and we just thank God that you're doing well, brother. So, look, man, we're gonna get onto this subject here, man, because this one pissed me off. Now, this is the Ksoo murder conviction. So let me give a little wraparound before we get to it. Ksoo was a guy out of Jacksonville, Florida. He was, I guess, he was attached to a rapper called named Young and Ace. They were having some beef in Jacksonville, right? We all know. I think we know Jacksonville is not the best place right now, violence wise, right, in Florida. And Ksoo I guess he was a known hit or something, ended up killing somebody on camera. His dad was the driver. His dad told on him. This whole week, clips been up there all week about this man telling on him and his brother. DT, we gonna go ahead and let you start here, brother. What do you think about this situation? And if you was Ksoo dad, what would you have done?
First of all, he ain't have to do nothing. It's on video. He was cooked regardless. The dad, and I don't know if the son told the dad to do this so he don't go down as accomplished to the crime, because the dad is in bad health. So, Dad, I want you to go ahead and tell on me, so you stay out there. You in bad health. You could continue to raise my siblings. That's what I'm assuming the situation may be. I'm not just going to go on here. I mean, I can't just see myself coming on there telling on my son. I just can't. So it had to be something done that we don't know about, or I don't know if they scared the dad with, hey, you going to jail forever with your son or what, but something was done. But I'm thinking the dad, because even the dad even said after he spoke, like, that's still my son. I'm going to continue to support him and everything like that after he got the murder conviction. So I think it was something far as the lines where, hey, hey, Dad, you go ahead and save face. Like, here, I'm going to go ahead and eat this because I'm done. They got me on camera doing this. Ain't no way I'm out of this. Like, so, hey, you go ahead just to save yourself. We can continue to get something rolling in, still had the money coming. And, hey, take care of me while I'm here. Because he said I'm still going to support my son. You know what I mean?
Gee, what you thinking, brother?
Derek, I hope you some kin to them and they told you that. Because if they didn't, his daddy a bitch. He a bitch for taking him to the goddamn scene to do it, to ride off. You's a corny, lame motherfucker, if you ask me. You part of that shit. So you cool with your son out here getting bodies? I don't know the situation, but doing a crime, you know what comes with that if y'all getting caught. And they got the footage, as Derek said. So then it's on video. So now you going to tell, like Derek said, they might have a understanding and an agreement that father's sick, but taking your son on that mission. Let's get to that part. I mean, you got to grow up, Dad. You got to grow up. Because in those situations, we both gone. Health or not. Well, was your health good when you drove him there, or did he just get unhealthy? Because it seemed like when you drove him there, nobody knew you wasn't unhealthy. So now y'all get caught, you unhealthy, and you throw your son in the skillet, get him cooked. Outside looking in, I don't know what deals was made. I just call, you a sucker to me. You know what I'm saying? And just pray nothing don't happen to you if it's true. You know, you dad let off, okay, cool. That ain't no victory. So now you gotta go home. Now you can't sleep. Now I'm gonna show you now, because think about it. Y'all kill somebody. What you think his people's thinking? Oh, dad getting released. Oh, his ass gone. He's gone. He is gone when he get out of here. So you might go to jail. Your dad might get his wings. Because you got to get home. Because dude, probably who y'all killed, got relatives. They see it and everything. So eye for an eye. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Listen, G, I kind of more relate to your perspective than DT's a little bit, DT. And the reason I'm saying that, DT, because it was either the prosecution or the defense that literally made him expose himself. This man been a foreman before his kids was alive. He was a foreman in Jacksonville. He said it. He said, the lady asked him, you were a police foreman before this, right? He said, yes, I was. He's been a rat. He's been a rat.
He probably told on Gilbert Arenas.
It might have been him. It might have been him. But look, he's been a rat.
Wow.
Hey, DT, one thing I pray to God is that my son bury me and I don't bury my son. You know what I'm saying? That my kids bury me before I ever have to bury one of them. Listen, I am going to jail. I'm going to do the same amount of time as my son before I ever get on a stand and point my son out for doing anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Kidney failure, whatever. I'm about to go. What the fuck I look like telling on my son? Son's talking about, man, I ain't really have a relationship with my dad anyway. So what? I at least owe that to you, at least, right? Since I ain't have a relationship to you, at least owe you my loyalty to the point that I'm not gonna be the one that put you behind bars. I don't agree with Boosie all the time, but I definitely agree with Boosie on this situation when I watched that clip.
Me too. I did too.
There is no way that I could put my son in this situation. He even said it. He said, "Them motherfuckers is at the local bar. We got his daddy to tell on him. They in there taking shots, drinking beers together. This case is closed. Yeah, we got you on camera. They use some other type of forensics. I ain't never seen that in my life. They using body parts and legs and all type of shit to be able to put this man on there. He did it. I get it. He doing his time. You should have never been the one to be able to help them. Why are you helping the police do their job? It is a reason why detectives get paid different, right? Am I right, y'all? Yeah, you got to work to be a detective.
Yes.
Right? So why am I helping you do your job against my son? And then you got on the stand. You got on the stand in front of this young man. Come on, yo. Oh,
his daddy wasn't about that life.
Clearly, because he been telling them niggas. But see, this the thing though. Before he went to jail, DT, y'all just spoke about it. It's a good chance he's not gonna be alone. He better hope the kidneys kill him before somebody else find him.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully he's not going back to Jacksonville to do anything, because you're done. The streets, you're done. You're done. You're done. Listen, your moral compass, you have none. Your principles, you have none. You torched your son, bro. You torched your son. Hold on, like y'all ain't hearing me, bro. DT, come on, DT. G.
Nah, bro. You took him on the crash out.
G, I seen a video the other day. It was an uncle, right? They did a prank on an uncle, right? An uncle.
I know you talking with the dope. With the dope.
What the uncle
he said, "Nah, my nephews ain't going.
My nephews ain't going." That nigga
took it on the chin.
Took it on the chin. Found out it was a prank, DT. That's what I'm saying. Guess what his nephew's on? Man, his nephews know Unc solid. I got Unc back forever, because even with the prank, he could have easily folded.
Easily.
I'm too old, man. Hold on. Nah, that's my nephew shit. Nah, that ain't my nephew.
Hell no. I can't let them go to jail.
I can't let them go to jail. Do you know? Do you know how honorable and thorough that you gotta be? You gotta be a different breed to do something like that, bro. For real, I'm just saying, like to put yourself in front of the bullet. Everybody ain't like that, man. That bald head ass nigga got on. That bald head ass nigga got on the stand and said, "DT." No, it just killed me because listen, I ain't in the street. What I'm saying is that I would never point my son out, right or wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm with my kids, right or wrong. And guess what? When they wrong, I'ma holler at them about it, right? You feel me? We gonna be in the cell because guess what? We gonna be in the cell together. I might as well talk to him about it.
They said in court, you find out who was deadly with that trigger finger.
No, that's a bar.
They deadly with that. It was him. It was him. It was him. They deadly with that trigger finger. DT, you better not do that.
DT and DT. I'm gonna be honest with you. The character that a lot of people see in UG, DT, my uncle was just talking about it. He said, "Man, you got some good guys. That podcast, that's the reason why it's working, right?" So I wanted to give y'all some compliments just because other people have been telling me this. But what I'm saying is, DT, you're not doing that.
No,
You'll see, you're not. I'm just saying, like, let's be honest. Get away, driver, backseat. You know,
he need a new trainer. He need a new trainer.
he need a new.
He need a new trainer. He need a new trainer. Don't come around me. Nah, for sure. Nah. He need a new trainer.
Hey, listen. Let me say this real quick on record, right here. my old head B, my nigga B.
Yeah.
He going to jail for BJ. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm telling you right now, 100%. My boy so solid. He going to do that time for BJ. I promise you to God, bro. If he went left, that would break my heart because it would surprise me so much because how much he love that boy, man.
For sure. Hey,
I agree with that.
And I'm agree with this. Chris Washington is too.
Oh, for sure.
Chris Washington is too. Come on, bro. Them boys love their kids, bro. They ain't going. But get this for little Chris. I set this up for Nyla. You know, but come on. BJ,
he tell the truth, ain't
get the lessons to BJ. Fred, put in his name. Listen, Thumb. Hey, G, I'm gonna send it over to Fred. Fred, when you get it, you know how we do. We're gonna sell it to him as a gift. You know, woo. Okay, they go to numbers. You know, as my wife, come on, bro. They ain't letting their boys go. Nah.
Hey, listen, bro. And that's how I feel about mine. You see what I'm saying? Like, I love mine, bro. But what I'm saying is that I love mine more than I love myself, dog. I'm talking about them. That's my creation, bro. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I will go sit down years to make sure that they prosper. If you're telling me that I got to do this to make sure that they prosper, I'm doing it every time. I think we all know that. We got nieces and nephews. We see it. We know they made mistakes, right? I'm just saying. But there's no way you're going to see Big Fred telling on little Fred in no court. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just never going to happen. So this situation is shameful. It's embarrassing. We were just talking about a great dad in Deion. Deion will go to heaven before he send them kids to jail. I'm just being honest.
They go with this too. The character of y'all ain't gonna put y'all kids in that position.
Right. That's a fact.
That's what it goes to. The character, the way y'all raised. Y'all ain't. Come on, they know what stuff to come with that. Once y'all find out they into that, you got to deal with me. So y'all ain't gonna have y'all kids into that. But me knowing the type guys y'all are, y'all ain't gonna be deadly with that trigger finger.
Nah, hell nah, G. Hey, listen, that's a bar right there. That trigger finger, hey.
That trigger finger deadly, bro. And I ain't even get that from down the way. That's some west side. But let me say my lingo.
Hey y'all, so look, we're gonna go ahead and go with the quote of the day, guys. And go ahead and finish the show out, man. We're gonna start getting back to making the right play player of the month. We want to make sure that it's somebody that deserves that. You know, I don't want to put nobody in there that, you know what I mean? So we'll continue to work on that, man. But I got a good quote here, man. And it says the patience and time do more than force and rage. Patience and time do more than force and rage. Fellas, let me know what y'all think. G, you want to start? You want to start here, and
Yeah.
let me know what you think about this. What you think about this quote here?
Patience just give you time to think. Force and rage, you're not thinking, you're reacting. That's more of a reaction, in which to this day I battle those things. As I get older, having patience, depending on what it is, things can manifest. I mean, you need patience for dieting. You need patience for decision making. Everything is not gonna happen fast, and when you come with, what is it,
Yeah, force and rage.
force and rage, that's an emotion. You're using your emotion, so you don't really have time to think. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes just going off that. And we talked about a segment before this. It could put you in a situation where it could cost you your life. It can hold you back in life. You know, I know some people that use, force and rage just to get their point across. We all did it before, but it's the art of the patience. And patience is calm. Patience is boring. Patience don't have you in a situation where you look live, because that's taking time. You want now. Now it's that rage, like, nah, come on. See rage, that stuff that's to happen that last weekend. The patience
Mhm.
and thinking that man was drinking. This don't look right, baby. Let's get up out of here, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm wrong, and I apologize, and walked away.
Mhm.
But that rage with that liquor and all that, that force ain't he wasn't thinking. And look at the outcome. But he's probably at home with ice packs talking about, man, I wish I had patience, and calmness this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have, reacted like this. It wouldn't be a big blow up, you know. But that's a good quote, though. You go ahead, D.
Good decent.
Yeah, I definitely, man, I can relate to that too. Like just a simple incident, just road rage. Just like just being so impatient when I'm constantly driving most of the day. It's like somebody cut me off or might say, "Hey, bitch," or flick me off, and it'd be like, "Oh, I gotta calm down." Or I can instantly go 0 to 100 and get the driving fast. Hey, gotta run them off the road. Even just last week, a dude was in a big old truck. He was behind me on 75 South, and he coming. No, we going northbound, 75 north, and he just coming. I said, "We traffic can't go nowhere." And here it is, the fool. He want to honk his horn. So I was ignorant. I stopped in the middle of the street and just stopped the car. Like, run into the back of the car. You want to be ignorant. And he, of course, he called me all types of names, whatever. But I had to have my patience to say, I jumped over lane. I said, you know what? You got it. Let me go over here and let you just go ahead and keep running on this shoulder just to keep going, because it could have became to something else. And I honestly said, pull over, I'll kick your ass. Like, because I was just angry. But that's just the force that come with it, not having the patience. Like, they balance each other out. If you got patience and time, you ain't going to have to deal with the force and the rage, because it's a scale. Like, either you here or you there. So patience is, like they say, patience is the verse. You just got to stay calm, man.
No,
You
that's
ain't
real.
you ain't had an arm rest.
I don't ride with that anymore, unfortunately.
What is
Yeah.
that? What is that? We're not talking about. It's a cold. You don't have to go to that. What is that?
The arm
It's a,
wrestle.
it was a
Arm
yeah and
wrestle.
nay. It was a yeah and nay. That's it.
Look, this one I'm gonna say, man. Think it's a great quote. Um, when you force things, right? What comes from things that you force? You usually break it, right? Because it doesn't fit in that situation. You're forcing it. So that could be something specifically materialistic, right? That you're trying to force it in and it doesn't work and it breaks, right? And you're using a raise because you're like, come on, this needs to fit here. This is frustrating me, right? It's frustrating me over time. because sometimes in life, right? I'm forcing myself to be in a situation that I don't need to be in because it's causing me to rage. Anything that I'm supposed to be in I should be able to handle delicate, and also intentionally with patience because I'm supposed to be here. I'm able to sit back. See, I look at it kind of like, for example, Kendrick Lamar, what he did to Drake. What I did was strategically, I was patient. You're telling me to drop because you thought you had to drop on me. I said, okay, cool. This is what I'm finna do because I know once I sit back and watch your first move, I forced your hand. I know you only got 3 or 4 books. I got 12. I got 8 of them. I got 8 of them. It's only 13 and it's only 13 in spades. I'm finna go ahead and cut you out because I know I'm finna go ahead and win. What I'm saying is that patience is a virtue. Patience is needed. Patience. Guess what? Michael Jordan took patience. He lost he lost early. He didn't get where he needed to. Patience. I got Scotty. Now I don't have to force it because we are the best. We saw it with Kobe. We saw it with Brown. We saw it with anybody. Steph Curry. Anybody that have won at a high level. It takes patience. A lot of people don't get blessed to be able to win their first year. Some people do. We know people that got rings and they ain't never got another one from that point on. Patience is Adam Morrison getting drafted to the goddamn Lakers and winning 2 rings and barely playing. You know what I mean? Like there's things that happen in between patience, and usually it's a beautiful outcome when you take your time. When you're and that also comes in with discipline. When you're patient, you're disciplined. You're going to the gym. You're eating right. You're patient with yourself. You're showing yourself grace. You see a different type of outlook, and you also see a different type of conclusion that you trying to force something that don't need to be forced there. So I think the biggest thing is that we got to realize and understand. Sometimes the reason it's not here for us right away is because God knew that we're not ready for it. We're not ready for it. We don't need it in our life, and it can also hold us back from where we're trying to grow to. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we want what we want. A lot of times we don't want what we need. And that's sometimes where he gonna sit our ass down and make sure that we are patient, right? You don't have a choice. I gave you options at first. Now you don't have a choice. You got to sit your ass down now. You see what I'm saying? And so, it's I think the biggest thing is that we gotta make sure that we're not leading with emotional, that we are emotional intelligent. We hear that a lot now, right? That's a verb. I mean, that's something that's thrown around so much, specifically with relationships and these different things. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, right, DT. So, I just think that I just think it's a great quote, and I think that we all can relate to it. Just because, like you said, you letting us know. There's things that I'm dealing with right now as we speak. You know what I mean? Just being patient, right? Being able to. I know one thing I've been working on as a father, actually hearing my kids out, not going straight to the. Now you need to do this, right? Actually hearing what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Dad, this is what's going on. This was going on because I want to be able to have that open type of conversation so we can find a solution. But I also want them to be like, you know what? I can talk to my pops about it, right? Because there's get times with me, they get too loud and they yelling. I'm going straight. Hey man, sit y'all asses. You know what I mean? I'm going straight to that because I'm tired of hearing it, right? Where to the point where let me go in here and figure out why we're doing this and what's going on. Maybe we just need to separate doing different things. I'm not the, I'm working on my patience as well, but I think this is something that we can look towards and say, hey, you know what? Let's take a step back. Let's not lead with our emotions. Let's see if we can find a different type of conclusion to this. So I think that was a great quote, man.
Yes, sir.
So guys, man, great show again, man. This was episode 14, man. We on the roll here, brother. Hey, DT, man, give us some last words, man.
Hey, just want to ask you guys, make sure you guys continue to tune in, continue to comment, like, and subscribe. We thank all you guys for your feedback. It's definitely appreciated. We just want to continue to get better. We're going to be bringing more content throughout the week, uploading things to the social media pages like our guy Freddie B do. But if you need me, just call me.
Yeah, DT. Hey, G, what's up, brother? What's your last words, man, for the pod?
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Just keep on following us, man. And be there with us through it all, man. We're going to bring more content. We're going to talk about sensitive, subjects about the city that's, don't get too much caught up in your feelings and everything. It's all opinionated, and It's nothing personal, but you know, we just here to give you the information and everything on both sides of the story. And thanks for the comments and the love. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Listen, guys, we want to say thank you again for tuning in, for subscribing, from liking, from sharing. Word of mouth. It's things that word of mouth, right? Where it's going around when you guys are talking about the pod. We appreciate all that. Number one thing is this. Listen, guys, this is just our opinion. And it's okay to agree to disagree. We would love for to hear y'all opinions in the comment section. We would
Yep.
love to be able to read it. We would love for you to guys to continue to follow Greg Clark, Derek Turner on Instagram, TikTok, etc. You know, listen, that's a family thing, y'all. So we want to make sure that y'all blend it in with us and understand that y'all growing with us the same way we growing. So y'all seen us from episode 1. Now y'all see us at episode 14. And it's a beautiful thing. Y'all can critique it. Y'all can let us know what's working and what's not. And we don't mind adding those things to it. But we also don't mind, you know, letting you guys know that, you know, this is the way that we want to do things. So listen, squad, we appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. Listen, you know we're gonna see y'all next week, episode 15, man. And we just want to say thank you guys, man. Continue to make the right play, and we out.
Peace.
Deuce.